Gor Mahia is a club based in Kenya's capital city of Nairobi. They are known to be one of the most successful clubs in Kenyan football as they won the league over 20 times and the President's Cup over 11. Established by the Luo people of Kenya, who normally hover around the Great Lakes region, they found their way to bring the globe's most popular sport, which is football, from western Kenya to the center of the country, which is in Nairobi. In today's video, I will be explaining the history of Gor Mahia. Hello, my name is Franklin and I will be narrating this video for you lovely viewers. I would really appreciate it if you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you, and let's begin. Gor Mahia is a football club that was founded in February 17th, 1968 in Nairobi, Kenya. The club's name was inspired by a predominant Luo chief who fought the British, whose name is Gor Mahia. So they're gonna use his name to form their brand new football club in hemorrhage in remembrance of the guy who fought the British. Formed after the emerging clubs of Luo Union and Luo Sports Club, Maha in the Luo language means magic or performing magic. So, could they perform magic on the soccer field? The founders of the club included Alan Thigo, Austin Aldo, and JJ Masiga, and many others. In its early years, Gor Mahia quickly rose into predominance in the Kenyan football scene. The club will win its first Kenyan Premier League title in 1968, just a year after its formation. This success marked the beginning of a dominant era for Gor Mahia in Kenyan football. A striker of the name William Moha Chege scored 19 goals during the 1974 season after transferring from Luo Union FC from Tanzania. Coming from a small town in the Ziwani border near the Tanzanian border, William Uma Kichege of Luo's descent would travel out to Nairobi, Kenya to play for Gor Mahia. In 1976, Gor Mahia would become the first Kenyan club to win the league without losing a single match. This shows their dominance of the club during domestic competitions in Kenya during the time. This would lead up to the African Champions League, which was due to the winning team from the winning league, which would be allowed to compete. And since Gor Mahia won the Kenyan League, they will be allowed to participate in this league. Gor Mahia would scavenge their way to the final, defeating Ugandan club Nasamba FC and Burkina Club Kodago FC to face off Cameroonian club Canyon Uwande. The result was the first leg was a 2-0 loss, and then the next leg was a 8-0 thrashing, resulting in the Cameroonians winning. The 1980s was a golden era for Gor Mahia as the club enjoyed unprecedented success and dominance in Kenyan football. Under the guidance of coach Len Julians, the club won a record of 6 consecutive Kenyan Premier League titles from 1983 to 1988, and this incredible achievement was established Gor Mahia as the dominant force in Kenyan football. In 1987, Gor Mahia would made history by becoming the first Kenyan club to reach the final of a continental competition. They advanced to the ACF Africa's Winner Cup, which was the African Champions League, where they faced Al Hilali of Egypt, a really good club from the Egyptian Premier League. Although Gor Mahia would pull up a valiant effort, they'll lose the two-legged finals narrowly and missing out by a continental title by a small margin. The 1980s also saw the emergence of several talented players who became synonymous with Gor Mahia's success. Notable players during this period included influential figures like Abbas Ngongo, Peter Dowell, Austin Oder, George Woga, and Sami Nyango and also plus John Bobby Gola. These players were formed the backbone of the team and contributed significantly to the club's achievements. Gor Mahia had intense rivalries with other Kenyan clubs during the 1980s. The matches against FC Leopards, also based in Nairobi, were highly anticipated and fiercely contested. The Mashage Derby, or they call it, between the two clubs drew large crowds and created an electric atmosphere in stadiums. Gor Mahia always enjoyed incredible support from its passionate fan base. During the 1980s, the club supporter known as the Green Army or Kagalago turned out in more larger numbers to cheer for their team, and their unwavering loyalty and vocal support add to this team's success and vibrant culture of football in Kenya. The 90s was a mixed period for Gor Mahia as the club was experiencing some successes, but it also experienced some challenges with a decline in performance compared to its dominant years in the 1980s. At the beginning of the decade, the Gor Mahia had a relatively strong start. The club finished as runners-up of during the 1990 season, narrowly missing out on a title. They continued to be competitive in the subsequent seasons, but struggled to recapture the dominance that they once enjoyed in the previous decade. One of the major challenges that Gor Mahia has to face during the 90s period was the financial instability, as they had many constraints which affected their ability to attract and retain top talent, which had an impact on their overall performance and competitiveness. Gor Mahia competed in various continental competitions during the 90s, but it faced challenges in leaving a significant mark on these competitional challenges on a continental stage, as they often exited competitions very early or failing to progress to the later rounds. And also, not only that, they did experience several coaching changes during this period, frequent changes in leadership which affected the long term stability and consistency of the team. The club struggled to find a long term coaching situation that could guide them back to their previous glory. 1996 was a horrible year for the club despite a league win. They were eliminated from the first round of African Champions League by Zimbabwean side Dynamos, which caused riots throughout Nairobi. Nonetheless, it was an impressive run for the Kenyan team, and Gor Mahia performances put Kenyan football on a continental map. Gor Mahia would improve, and in recent years, they would remain a strong contender for the Kenyan Football League, as they won the Premiership in 2013, 14, and 15, which makes it back-to-back championship titles. They won also a President's Cup and a Top 8 Cup on multiple occasions while regularly competing in the Champions League in Africa and the Confederations Cup. While the club faced challenges in this competitions, making it out of the group stage on a few occasions, it generally gives valuable experience and exposure to the club's players as they were competing with other clubs across Africa like Simba and Tunisia. Gor Mahia could always count on their local and supportive fan base of the Green Army against heated rivals like AFC Leopards and another club, Tuskers FC, which has been rising in Kenyan football as of recent. The Maji Derby is the highly anticipated and attracts a lot of attention from a lot of football fans in Kenya as it's the most intense battle between the two giants in Nairobi City. Overall, Gor Mahia's history is characterized by a legacy of success and dominance with a passionate support supporter base. Many an upcoming Kenyan players are moving through Gor Mahia to set their destinations on the Middle East or Europe. The club's achievements made it a household name in Kenyan football and contribute to the growth and the development of the sport in the country. Thank you for watching this video, as I have roots originally coming from the country of Kenya. If this video lifted you, then consider subscribing and liking the video. Thank you, and this was from Franklin.